Welcome. This is Zilis. We have a wonderful dynamic company, and it all started with an inspiration when our founder traveled to Haiti. He was deeply impacted by seeing childhood malnutrition and decided to open up Zilis and start a company where every single sale that goes through our company, we match for a child in need, or we also have for moms who can't afford their own prenatals. We give 1 for 1, okay? And then also with the Patriot program, we have discovered that these men and women that now to protect us and to fight for our freedom and to stand in the gap for us, they have done so much to serve us, and we want to serve them back. And so I want to say thank you. If you're on the line and you're a US vet, we have created this initiative now that we're facing what we're in the midst of right now. And I would tell you that we are not just doing 1 for 1 right now, we're doing 2 for 1. So we are doubling the impact. And we have taken, for every sale, now we're giving 2 to the ratio of 1 for these moms who can't afford their own nutrition, especially your impoverished women who are even bigger risk. But all pregnant women right now are at great risk. And so we have a couple that walk the neighborhood, and I've been praying for them, and we're praying for you. And if you have any family members that are pregnant right now, because I know it's a challenging time, but I want to tell you that that's what this company is all about. We're about seeing a need and fulfilling it. And so that's where Stephen and Angie have laid the groundwork for us. They're our owners, and they have had massive experience inside of this industry. And so it's no wonder that you're already seeing us get so much traction, right? So many opportunities that have been laid before us because they've already been in the same situation where they have grown a financial independent company. But what they did is they took that experience and they moved it into Zilis, and then they're giving us that opportunity to share it with other people. Now, CBD is the hot topic right now because CBD, and it's actually ultracell that you're going to learn about tonight, but cannabidiol is what CBD stands for. And we recently discovered this back in the mid-90s. We did not even know this existed, meaning they did not teach this in medical schools, all right? But what we discovered is that when you actually extract CBD, it has amazing healthcare benefits, but it's not just the CBD I want to talk about. I want to talk to you about the full spectrum component of it too, because there's so much more than just one isolate. But it is a true healthcare revolution, like I said, impacting every single system of our body. It's actually talking to our CB1 and CB2 receptors, unlocking some of our receptors in our body that have been shut down. And when that begins to unlock and our body gets back into what we call homeostasis or balance, your whole body starts to operate the way it was designed to operate. So there are multitudes of benefits. If I brought people to the line right now, I guarantee you, you would be absolutely amazed. And you probably wouldn't even believe it until you started seeing it around you. That's what happened to me. I remember when I first heard about this, I thought, yeah, right. How in the world is one product going to do all of those things? But let me tell you, it's not the product, it's your actual body. And so we're seeing people constantly, their pain from either exercise or whatever's going on in their body, they're telling us it is unbelievable the difference, the stress that people are feeling like is lifted off of them. We have a lady who said literally overnight she woke up and felt like this can't be right, this can't be true, because she had been in such a dark place for so long, and all of a sudden she felt like all of that had been lifted off of her, and she thought, well, I'm going to keep trying it just to see, because she really took it for her back pain. And when you hear stories like that, you begin to start and realize, wait a minute, this thing, there's more to this than what meets the eye, right? Sleep, helping people get rest, and cognitive support, giving you better focus, healthy looking skin. This ties right into what we're doing tonight with our salon and professionals call, because we all want to look better. We all want to feel better. I think that's just in all of us. We want our confidence to be up. We want better immune systems now more than ever, and just general wellness, which is exactly what you're seeing with our product. But when I said full spectrum, I want to make sure that we understand what that means, because it's not just the one isolate that's giving people all of these amazing benefits. It's also when you take that plant and you extrapolate the entire plant, you're getting over 400 live compounds. It's giving people the entourage effect. So it's not just CBD, it's full spectrum in our Ultracell with cannabinoids and terpenes and flavonoids and vitamins and minerals, omegas, proteins. So what we have is we have products. These are our flagship. This is our Ultracell brand. And what we do is we have the liquid drops. You can use those. We've got powders now. I have them sitting here on my desk where I use the powder and put it in my water and shake it up. We also have topical, which is a huge hit in your salon and spa industry because it's something that you can actually sit right on a station when you're in the salon and spa. Now we'll address what's going on presently, but you could take that topical and put it on someone and they call it a 15-second miracle, okay? People can actually feel a difference within moments of taking that. Just so you guys know, we do have the pet as well. And I think that that speaks for itself. We've had a huge amount of people. We just had a pet call the other night telling us about their furry little friends. But as an industry gold standard, thing we do is top notch. So we're transparent in every sense of the word because we've got like QR codes. If you look at this, there's a QR code on every single product in the Ultra brand line where it attaches to a third-party testing. They do a full certificate of analysis. We had a training on this last night where it's 7 to 8 pages of you exactly what is in that product. And we are also hemp stamp approved. This is Hemp Authority seal of approval. This is a very huge criteria to meet. So basically what I'm saying in a nutshell here is that we're not just settling for another CBD or endocannabinoid support company. We're going to set ourselves apart, and we've already done that just by checking off all of these boxes. But where we really cracked the code is in our technology. So our technology is what makes our product water soluble. I love it. There's a dog on our presentation. So cool. I love being able to work from home, but let's talk about the technology because that is so incredibly important. What happens when you can get that water solubility in, it gives you a stronger bioavailability. It gets in on a cellular and a molecular level, okay? So we took a study, it's just the first part of our science here of the Ultracell delivery system is that water solubility. But we took a study, we took 20 participants, and in the first 45 minutes, they all started reaching peak performance. It was unbelievable how fast they just jolted because it got into the system so quickly. But then to our absolute, what I'd say delight, is that every hour on the hour, they kept testing our participants there in the study, and they kept staying somewhere steady between that 80 and 94%. This is so significant because most oils on the market only get about a 6%. So this is where we can honestly stand up and stand behind this product and say, look, you're not just getting an ordinary CBD or a hemp oil product, you're getting something that not only with a third-party testing, but a study that backs it up with, this is nearly, I mean, impossible, what I hear, to find. So you may find a couple companies that are water soluble, but do they have the study, or do they have the hemp stamp of approval, or do they have the transparency? And so, you know, I'll never talk bad about another company, but if I'm going to be inside of a company, I want to be able to represent the product well and know that what we're giving people is everything it says and then more. And that's what we have. Now here is what we call our booster line. And I'm actually going to pause for just a moment. And I'm going to open it up to any of our ambassadors that are already joining us tonight. There's 63 people on the call. If any of you are salon owners, and I know I have a few of you that I'm going to actually ask to completely speak at the end, but if any of you are owners and you've been using any of our boosters, would you please unmute your line just for a quick second and tell us what you've been using in your spa or your salon?
Hey, Dani, this is Derek from Washington. How are you?
Derek, so glad that you're on. Good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you want me to wait till the end, or do you want me to share some testimonials about these powders?
I want both. So tell us now about what you've experienced. So tell them a little bit about your background, what kind of a spa you own, and then give us a quick story or two.
Okay, so my wife and I have been in the salon industry for 20 years together. We own 3 locations, mix of hair, skin, nails, all that good stuff. We started out originally just blowing the doors off of selling the topical. But now that the powders have been introduced, we cannot keep the burn in stock or the edge in stock or the CBD in stock. And it is so easy to sell because you just mix it up in a little cup or in a water bottle. We set it on the desk. All the techs that work with us are now using it, and they set it out and the clients just say, what are you drinking? And just like clockwork, we've blown through so many bottles of this stuff at a 200% profit margin to the salon, which has been amazing. So that's what we're focusing on right now, are the powders.
Yes.
And it's going crazy.
I love it. And you said 3 salons, right, that you have right there in Seattle, Washington.
Yep. In the South Seattle area.
And you know what's so amazing about Derek's story is that he didn't just stop there in Seattle. He started growing a team, and he has people all over. In fact, I was just on the phone with someone from your team in Hawaii just a couple days ago. So
nice.
Yes, I love this. I love that we're spreading the good news across the nation. Well, thank you so much, Derek. I definitely want to bring you back at the end. Any other salon owners using any of our booster products? You'll have to unmute.
Hey, Dani, I'll jump in. This is Kim in
Yes.
Flower Mound, Texas. How are
Hello,
y'all?
beautiful. I'm doing fantastic. I love that. Did you hear her say y'all? Shout it out, girl. We want to hear from you.
You bet. You bet. Well, this product was introduced to me, and I'm one of the very lucky ones that got fast results. And so I started talking about it quickly, and, you know, just we couldn't keep the product as well. I will say that the powders came out, a dream kind of stood alone above and beyond CBD, because just so many people have problems with sleep. And I had a client call me today. She said, my husband's not sleeping. I've heard you talk about that stuff. What is it? And just with a few droplets, you get such relief, not only going to sleep, but in my situation, staying asleep and not waking up during the night and then not being able to go back to sleep. So I would give big kudos to Dream. As far as the salon owners that are on here and listening, to see what it could do for your bottom line. The profit margins can be so amazing on something. I've never seen it set that way for shampoo, that's for sure. And so it just gives you such a great opportunity to carry a line that you can retail where it can really do wonders for your bottom line.
Absolutely. And what I love about your story, and I can't wait, well, everyone stick with us till the end so we can share some of their stories. But what I love is that you want to add value. That's what you do. That's why you have the reputation that you have. People come see you for your expert advice. But then when you can deliver products that give results. And so just a quick run through on these. Thank you so much, Kim, for sharing. And I know y'all will be so excited to hear at the end her story and how amazing this wonderful lady joining the team and what that has done for her, but also for so many other people that she's building this huge team now across the nation. She started out just like many of the salon and spa owners, just wanting to retail the product, but then became very passionate about what we have our hands on, because then she could see it benefiting so many people. And then she started building a huge team. So thank you for joining, and we'll look forward to hearing more from you in a little bit. So the whole lineup here is meant to be living the ultra life, right? To not only give you great benefits from your Ultra Cell, which is your flagship, it's your main product, it's the one that's getting people back into balance. And then you add these additions to it. Now they do stand on their own 2 feet, but it's really amazing when, like Kim said, maybe you're getting better sleep, but you just want to take it to another level. Or you want the CBG more with gut health, or the whole entourage wow factor of one side of your receptor while the other's feeding the other. And it's a beautiful, like, marriage made in heaven. You've got the Edge, which I will not live without. My Edge, here's my big bottle. I don't leave the house without this thing. So I have one in my bathroom. I have one next to me in my desk. I have one in my car. I have one in the kitchen. And the reason being is because I love that extra feeling like I can focus in and be clear, because it's easy for me to get distracted. I think a lot of people are similar, and it gives that steady energy. The ice, just like it sounds, if you have something that is on fire in your body, what do you want to do? You want to ice it down, right? So it's just another beautiful product. We've had a lot of, even our physicians come and tell us that they are seeing amazing results, not only for their own life, but for their patients. So it's just a very universal line. And then you heard the Ultra Burn. You heard Derek say they can't keep it in stock. I was blown away. It absolutely blew my mind. The other day I sent or put a post on a Facebook wall inside of our private group, and I asked, how many people have dropped weight? And I was blown away. There are so many people just dropping pounds. And so who do you know that could benefit from these products? I want you to start thinking as we're moving through this. Who do you know? Like, who pops into your mind? Maybe take a pen and a paper and start jotting down some names. Okay. This is the opportunity. I'm going to go through this, and then I'm super excited to open up these lines so we can have a candid conversation. I'm also going to give you some tips. And if any of the salon owners would like to throw in their tips for our present situation and how you can maximize your time at home, love to hear that. I know iron sharpens iron. And so I love surrounding myself with like-minded people. But the opportunity itself is one of those that you can do right alongside of what you're already currently doing. Or in our position right now, we feel so honored and blessed to have something that we can do right from our home, right from our laptop or our cell phone. And it's a turnkey business. We have everything lined up for you. You simply just have to share it and follow up with people. You heard the two salon owners talking about retail earnings up to 200%. This is where we broke the chain when it comes to the business side. So you heard me talking about the technology and the product itself, but here's where we really set ourselves apart as a business. We give people the opportunity to buy in tiered pricing and then mark it up to 200%, because when you buy it in a little bit more quantity, you're going to get the lowest price available and you're going to be able to make the highest profit. Now, not everyone will do that, and that's okay. But for those of us that have done that, this is where I'm telling you right now, working from home, I'm shipping it out. We have a pharmacy here in town that all I have to do is pull up to the window and they mail it out for us. So we don't even have to get out of our car to go to the post office right now, which is perfect because we're on lockdown. But if we need to go to the pharmacy and pick up something, we can still mail. And I've been going to the pharmacy. I went 3 times this week already, 3 times, because people are messaging me wanting product. So you get paid daily on this. We love it because everyone can benefit from it, but specifically on this call, what are we talking about? Salons and spas, massage therapists, chiropractors, nail techs, anybody that's kind of in the wellness type industry, it's a no-brainer for. But specifically for salon and spas, think about it. We were talking about the topical sitting on your station or utilizing it right inside of a service. I have several therapists who use it, and they'll ask me, well, how would you use it? And I'd say, put it on first, let it absorb, and then do whatever you're going to do. Or always throw those little throwaway sticks. I always have those. I just get them at the craft section, or you can now order them online, but they're toss away, and that way you keep everything sanitized and clean. Okay, so this is something significant because some people will just choose to do the retail, and that's perfectly fine. But a lot of us have decided we don't want to just stop there. We don't want to leave money on the table. We want to share it. We want to pay it forward. We want other people to be able to get blessed and be able to live more financially independent or have more abundance in their life. So this is called the binary bonus. And when you begin to build a team, you have 2 teams, a left team and a right team. And it's not just your effort, but the effort of your 2 teams. So it gets very exciting because you're all working together. And plus the culture and the community that we've built inside of our team, people are just excited to help each other. That's why you have all these people on the call tonight who have their own teams, but still come together as one body to help each other to grow. So this goes up to $30,000 per week. This is the power of duplication. I hope everyone leans in on this just for a split second, because I want you guys to imagine if we just did the bare bones on this. These are so conservative on numbers, but what if you just found 2 people your first month? And I promise you, anyone can find 2 people. Say you found 2 people your first month, and you taught your 2 to go do the same thing. So and now next month, they went out and they found their 2 people. Now you're up to 4 people on your team. That teach them the same thing. They go out and do it. If everyone just found 2 people that committed to finding 2 people, by the time you got to your 12th month, you're looking at 4,096 people on your team. But do the math. The way this one gets paid out, I'm just going to spoil alert. I'm going to tell you what it is for math. Just on a bronze pack. If everyone did that just on a bronze, which is our starter package, I'll show you that here in a moment. On just the starter package at bronze level, in 1 year, in just this one stream, you would generate $40,000, and it'd be $40,960. 40 grand. Just if everybody found 2 people. How many salons and spas, or anyone that you know for that matter, would not mind adding an extra 40 grand on the lowest level when anyone can do it? So I would love to just teach this method over and over. Now, of course, you don't want to stop at just 2. Several of us have gone out and sponsored as many as we can because we want to spread the good news and the love to people, because we have so many other things that are amazing about this company. The benefits program, we give a blessing bonus, $100 to $500. Just find someone to give it to. Oh, this is amazing. So just pick someone that is struggling, or it could be a complete random stranger, and just give it away. Think about right now more than ever, there are so many people, and we get to give blessing bonuses to them. And just, to me, it's the giver that gets the biggest blessing. Okay. Then the area bonus, this is so fun. The Jeep comes with what we call the area. We have lost track of how many Jeeps are on our team, because we put it as a company on a level that anyone could obtain. So when I'm out in Montana with my Montana team, there's Jeeps everywhere. When I'm in Texas, Jeeps everywhere. Indiana, Illinois, Florida, Pennsylvania. And to see this happen and watch this happen before my eyes has been so much fun, because it's brilliant marketing. And who does not mind? I mean, think about how many of you would like to have your vehicle paid for, that someone else makes the payment for you. Not to mention it's brilliant marketing. And then you've got healthcare, $500 to $1,500 a month towards vision, dental, and health. We've got incentive trips. We even have lifestyle bonuses. And this one is on residual income, is built on reorders. So I want to give Kim as an example, and Derek, okay? They just spoke up and talked to you about putting this in their salon. Most companies like this, they're only, like, you're looking at most direct sales companies, they sell to your average household maybe 1 or 2 bottles, or a couple products a month, usually averaging around $100 to $150. But because of our hybrid, you've got salon owners and spas and chiropractors and doctors and store owners buying quantity at a time. In fact, Kim was one of the first ones that I said, my gosh, what is this lady doing? I was looking at my reports and her numbers were just exploding. And then we're at a meeting one day and I said, Kim, just tell the audience, how much do you think you've gone through in the last couple months? And she said, we bought $40,000 in 2 months and it's already gone. And I stood there like, what? 40 grand in 2 months? She's like, yes, Dani, we can't keep it. And so, of course, when you see things like that, you have to picture what that means. If you're an ambassador and you start sharing it with people and they start sharing it with people, and then all of a sudden these amazing people come on your team. I never would have met any of these salons that you're hearing from tonight, other than one maybe that's in my hometown, but I didn't even sponsor her. Then all of them have come together on this team because you're 2x2 word of mouth type of a concept. People go out and share it. So lots of income to be made inside this space. But here's where I want everyone to understand. There is a $4 billion industry today as it stands, but they're talking almost 2 trillion, maybe more in the next 10 years. When we first started doing this presentation, it was 1 trillion. They've doubled it. So what? Say that again? $2 trillion industry in the next 10 years, and we're the ones pioneering it. This is not Zilis telling you this. This is Forbes and Fortune and Rolling Stone and Newsweek, Wall Street Journal, all of your major publications. All you have to do is start doing a little research of your own, and you're going to see these numbers. So It's really, the timing is everything. And now more than ever, when we see what we're facing, and I always say, look, it's a business. We never know what's going to happen. And it's obvious right now, right? None of us could predicted what's going on right this minute. But how many of us would love to be in a position to start being able to share things right from home when you can't get out and do your normal business? And let me go back to my salon days. When I was an esthetician and a massage therapist and I was single, I did not have anyone to help take care of like insurance and things like that. You know what was on my mind when all my friends wanted to go out with, come on, go rollerblading with us. Hey, let's go do this, or let's go horseback riding. And I remember thinking, oh, that sounds so much fun. But what if I fall and break an arm? Or what am I going to do for income? Is what I would think. And then I would choke up and say, I can't go. And then, or when I did go, I was suited up like bubble wrap. They would all make fun of me. But think about it. Even back then, you never know what's going to happen, and you always want additional streams of revenue. So this is where you want to get yourself positioned in an opportunity that's projected to grow trillions, and you're sitting on right behind that curve. Okay. So are you going to have ebbs and flows? Of course you are. That is what business does. But when you actually start seeing this thing take off and skyrocket, and it's you that's in before that, and every bottle that gets sold inside your organization, you're going to get a percentage on. That's the time is now to plant the seeds, because when the harvest comes, you're going to be way ahead of the curve. And how I knew before that we were already entering the early stages of momentum is when I was traveling quite a bit before this. I was in Montana, and someone in my Montana meeting said, hey, I'm here from, someone sent me from Indiana. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, welcome. We're excited to have you here, right? And then I'm down in Texas, and someone from Florida sent someone to the Texas meeting. And before I knew it, we're crisscrossing all over the United States. Now, with that said, there's only 70,000 of us in the company, and we just expanded in the global market. There's millions and billions with a B people that have not even heard of us. So how do you get involved? You can become a wholesale customer. It's $199, and it gives you a spot in the binary, what we call our two teams there. When you get positioned and more people get added, if you decide you want to start doing the business, you've got a prime spot. Plus, you can buy your product at wholesale. Okay, so it's a great place to get your foot at least in the door. But here's that bronze pack. If you're really looking at, maybe I do want to start generating some revenue, I would say look at bronze, silver, or gold. Your bronze is $399, and you're going to have a 10% commission. Great. So let's go back to that slide. I told you 2 by 2. You would only make $20,000 if you came in at bronze, if we did that. But I like to tell people about the gold, because that's where, when you come in at the top level, you get the highest commission. Okay. Silver pack, $699. Now you can upgrade any of these packages. You can pay the difference, and then they'll bump up your commissions. But your silver pack is for someone that says, okay, I want to invest, but I'm not quite ready to do the top one yet. I'm just going to do the middle one. Great. You're still going to have more product. It's going to be able to get in more people's bodies. You've got a 15% commission. But gold, if you can do gold, I like gold, because it's $12.99 and it's $1,300 to investment. It's not like you're throwing money somewhere. It's an investment. All of our ambassadors have gotten their enrollment pack back, their money, their initial investment back within a 3-week period. Your salon owners, way faster, typically. Not always, but typically. And when I mean typically, I mean even the average person that does not have a storefront is getting their investment back in very short order. People that are stay-at-home parents, or you've got people that work just 9-to-5 corporate jobs. I've seen them move their product in days. But the average is always, when I'm asking big groups of people, they always say 3 weeks. So with that, I'm going to get out of the way, because I'd like to bring a few people to the line. I'm going to start with just a couple people that I ask ahead of time. And Amanda Merchant, I know you're on this call. You're a nail tech. If you don't mind, unmute your phone. Amanda, tell everyone what you do, and just a quick reason or a story of what's been happening for you since you started using the product.
Yes, so I have been doing nails for 27 years now, which is a very long time. I stopped for a little bit and I worked on the ambulance and was an EMT. And when I got pregnant, I came back to doing nails. I love what the product does, how it works in the body. How it has benefited me is it's just changed my family's life. My clients, I'm in the service industry. That's what I love to do. And so when I talk to my clients and they're telling me all these things that they feel like, they're hurting here, just any kind of pain, they were hurting from working out, they just need to calm down. I'm like, listen, this stuff is amazing. Just try it. Every single one of them is on board. They love it. And they love that I want to help them. So that's what it's done for me and my family.
Yeah.
I just love sharing it.
I remember meeting you in one of the Texas meetings too. It was, gosh, it's Texas, right? Did you mute yourself out?
I did. I did. My daughter was screaming and singing, so sorry.
You're so cute. That's the fun part of working from home. And you don't know how many times I've done the same thing. So we love it. But it was Texas that I met you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember being at one of the meetings and you coming up and we just had that initial conversation. So I love it. So nail techs, you sit there and you have that private conversation with people. You're very intimate. And then they listen to you, right? It's almost like in the spa industry, and all of you on the line that are in the spa industry understand, at some level, you're a therapist.
Well, and they're not just my clients, they become friends, family. They're amazing, and I love them, and I care about them, and they feel the same way about me, I hope. But
yes, they do. I know it, because it's a bond that you begin to build, and people come back every, couple weeks, and you get so intimate with their life that you have that connection with them. So I agree. And I'm so glad you've had success with it and you've continued down this road. I'm going to jump over to Mary Tripp. Mary Tripp is in, and thank you, Amanda. And if you want to come back for questions here in a little bit, people ask any of the nail people that want to ask questions. Mary Tripp is a salon owner there in Helena, Montana. Mary, if you don't mind, come to the line and just tell us how you've utilized it in your salon. Now, you've got a quaint little salon. I've seen you on Facebook. You've been updating while we're going through this right now. But tell us what you've done with the product inside your spa or your salon.
Yes, I am so excited. I've been painting the salon because right now we're not able to work, and it's just been a really huge thought process, because really looking back, the retail part of it is such a, my salon, like you said, it is quaint and small. There's 7 of us all together. And, selling retail alone has been huge for me. And like Kim, we talk about how it's easier to sell a bottle of seed than it is a bottle of hairspray. And that's so true, because people want to feel good. And that's why we're in this industry of just making people feel good and making them feel loved by their hairstylist and, sometimes we're their counselor or whatever it is. But besides that, it's just been a huge game changer financially for the retail part of it, but also for moving into pedicure season. And I do pedicures, and I love doing pedicures. It kind of sets hair off from the realm of the day, and doing, give a service with CBD pedicures and upcharging that a little bit, and then having them walk out. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's happy feet for them. And I love to make people feel good. And they, 9 times out of 10 will purchase the product. And again, when people try the product and try the powders, they love the flavor. And 9 times out of 10, they love to get it cheaper. And it's just a great avenue to build a big team.
Yes, I love that. Well, I love that and at one time, I know, it fluctuates from time to time, but $1,000 extra a week was going in your pocket. And it was like, wow, this is adding to our bottom line. And it may be a slower season at different times, depending on what's going on. But I know that when that's happening, my gosh, right? It's any business owner, but specifically today for us for doing salons and spas. Thank you so much, Mary. You've been a huge blessing to the team because you're always right in there and you've been at all of our events and you're constantly contributing. So let's talk to Miss Erica. I've got Erica on the line. She's here in Mount Zion, Illinois. I've known Erica. If I could just say one quick thing about her. I remember she's a very big fitness buff, right? So she, when I first met her, I was moving into Mount Zion. It's a little suburb of Decatur. And I thought, I'll just try a new workout place around the corner. I go into this place and she's teaching aerobics. And this is the first time I met her. She's 9 months pregnant and I can't even keep up with her. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this girl is crazy. She's about to have a baby. She's teaching aerobics. And then I find out she does hair and she has a spa. And so Erica, it's been so awesome to know you over the years and watch your business grow. And I know that Zilis has been a big part of your salon. Can you share with the other listeners today what's happened in your spa? What did you use it for in your spa? Did you do upsells? Just give us a little bit of background.
Okay, well, thank you for your compliments on me training you. You're so freaking cute. I have been in the hair industry for 23 years, and I absolutely love helping people feel good about themselves. So I have been selling Zilis in the salon for 3 years, since I've had it, but mostly the CBD has kind of taken over. And we have it as an upgrade service, so it's $5 a shot. We are full service, so we have facials and pedicures, manicures, hair, and all that. So when they come in, they have an upgrade menu to choose from, and when they ask, they're always asking, what is the CBD, what is the ultracell? So by the time they leave, it's the same thing as the dentist office. You know what I mean? They're like, what is this? I want more information. Plug them into a call, give them the brochures that are at the front desk. When I had my salon team, we were doing upwards of over $1,000 a week in retail. Now that it's just myself, I typically do anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a month in retail sales. And so it's not that much different when I'm just by myself. It's just a matter of educating the guest on what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it.
I love it. I want to jump in where she was referring to the dentist. We have a dentist on the team who sells at $8 for a dropper for the same reason she's saying, hey, $5 for, while you're in the spa having your experience, we're going to let you just try it for an extra upcharge. I love that. And then the fact that you're able to make extra revenue, incredible. Anything else you wanted to say, Erica?
If you're a salon owner or a salon stylist of any sort on this call, definitely reach out to whoever sent you because it's definitely worth a look.
It is. Thank you so much, Erica. You are awesome and appreciate you being on with us tonight. I'm going to toss it over. Let's see. We've got two more. We've got Kim. Kim, I'll go to you. This lady right here, I told you, came into our live. I remember when I first sat down with you at your salon and talked to you and Nathan. But if you don't mind, come tell us your story. Some of you have met Kim. Some of you this is the very first time for you to hear her. She makes her home down in Texas, where when I became acquainted with you, I remember feeling drawn to your salon and spa because it was absolutely beautiful. But then you really didn't come. You came kicking and screaming when it first happened.
Mm-hmm. I did.
So tell us about that.
It's so funny. I really, until Zilis, I think I had myself in a box of it. The only way that I allowed myself to make money for 40 years was doing a service. And if you weren't doing a service, you didn't have an income. You had, your retail sales from shampoo and stuff. And if you're doing things the right way, you should be retailing that. But when I would be approached by people that had a product that they wanted me to take a look at, and I would find out that it was, multi-level marketing or social marketing, I knew nothing about it. I'd never done it before, but I somehow, somewhere along the way, decided it wasn't anything that I wanted to be a part of. So I would tell them, share your product with me. I would love to send people to you. So there's no telling how many. Now I look back and think, I wonder how many things I missed out on. But with Zilis, the way that it was approached with me was absolutely perfect. He didn't say a word about business. He didn't talk about the money. he said, because he's my chiropractor, he said, get this product in your body and let's see if it gives you the relief that I'm finding with some of my patients. And I definitely was looking for relief. I might not have known that I was looking for money, and I might not have known that I was looking for another team, but I definitely knew I was looking for relief. And for me, like I said before, I was very blessed that I got results quick. And so then he had me, right?
Yes.
And so I followed up with him and started getting a little bit of knowledge about the product. And then just like everything else, we have this rapport with the person that's sitting in our chair. And that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the sleep that I was getting. I was talking about the, the way I felt more relaxed, but I definitely was talking about how much better my joints felt. I've been standing there a long time, and there's things that hurt, and it's very common in our industry for hands and wrists and shoulders and necks. And, Amanda is a nail tech with us at Cloud9, and she's had surgery. I've had surgery. Nicole, who is part of our team, has had neck surgery. It's tough on the body. And so to have a product in a bottle that comes from a plant from, the earth, it blows my mind what all it does for people. And so talking about that, one of my best stories is Judy Clancy. She's on our team. She's a rock star. She has been a client of mine for many, many years and sat in my chair, and she was hurting. She actually wore gloves for protection. And I went and grabbed the topical and we put it on her hands, and it gave her such relief so quickly, and it lasted for a long period of time. And she was at the time spending a lot of money on other things to try to find some relief. So it's just, the product speaks for itself. Now, what it's done for my business, there is no way that I ever could cut enough hair to have this income, ever. And I was starting to look at the end of this road in the next, say, 10, 12 years, right? And I was like, what the heck happens when you're in a service industry and you stop, and maybe you've done some planning, but you don't feel like you've done enough? Where is that going to come from? And to have found it in a product that is changing people's health, and like Amanda says, just watching people and watching their results and knowing that you were, able to help them feel better, and then also at the same time to just give this huge amount, if that's what you're looking for, it has the potential to totally change your bottom dollar. I'll tell you this, we got a phone call yesterday from our CPA, and of course we can't go there. He's taking the appointments right now on the phone. And so this is my first, we've been doing this for 14 months. So the first year that he did it, it didn't even really probably pop up on the radar, right? But this year it did. And he said, what the heck? And please, God, tell me that you put some money back. So it is, it's a way to change your business, and to, if you're like me, if you're looking at maybe cutting back a little bit on standing there and having something to help, with that flow of the future, because we were able to buy some land where we will be building soon. But now I'm looking, my why has changed, and it's what can I do to better that retirement, and for us to go see the world like we want to do. And I believe 100% that Zilis and CBD is the way to do that.
Absolutely. And I get goosebumps listening to you, because I've watched this whole thing unfold, and remembering when you were just like, I may want to just retell it, but then watching you end up building a team. And Judy Clancy, absolutely. Just so you know, she invited me to one of her trainings the other night. And so I invited her to come do a training. She'll be on our next Thursday night. She is an absolute rock star. And I say, you could not be on a better team when you've got people in your corner, but that's our whole team, right? And Kim, what a blessing you have been. I've been in you and Chris's home, and I feel like family. And every time I'm around you guys, I get those great big warm family hugs. And we started growing as a family. And I love that we share the background of being in salons and being spa owners. And just like she said, there's always room to add to your retirement. And especially now more than ever, what is your security plan, right? Because a lot of times spa and salons, they don't necessarily always have that. they're making great money, but until they keep adding more people to their staff or to their salon or to their spa, then you get kind of at a capped off level because there's only so much you can actually do and only so much retail. This next individual, thank you, Kim, and I want to get over to Derek, back up to Derek in Seattle. He, when I first met him on the phone, I knew immediately this man is geared for business. He has a very sharp business mind. They own their 3 salons. Derek, you did share already that you just can't keep it. You've already started mixing up the powders, that sort of thing. Is there anything else you want to add? And then I'm going to throw out a couple suggestions, and maybe all of us can combine and jump back in on what to do if you're in the salon industry right now, and how you can actually keep some of your revenue coming in and stay afloat. So Derek, I'll bring you to the line real quick. I love anything you have to share. We're all ears.
All right. Yeah. So I really enjoyed hearing the perspectives of all the other salon owners on this call. A lot of them are in alignment with exactly how me and my wife feel, and things we've seen. But I can tell you guys that there's probably people on this call that are like me, that are business junkies as well, that just love looking for something fun to do. And in our industry, in the salon industry specifically, you get approached by everyone with every type of product. And I can't help myself but look at it, and 99% of the time I say no, because I've been involved with other network marketing companies in the past, and I just wasn't a winner, didn't make any money. So my most important thing with Zilis has been that from day one, the product actually worked for my wife and I, which gave us the ability to talk about it without, feeling like we didn't know for sure or we were misleading or anything like that. I mean, it worked so well that we hit the ground running and put it in, and it became our #1 seller. And it was not forced. It was just amazing. We didn't even need like a sales rep to come in and train us on the stuff because it was so amazing. So we put it in, and we've literally sold tens of thousands of dollars. We've been involved for under a year still, which is pretty crazy. But just from bringing it in, and that, we are therapists for our clients, and they're always looking to feel better and feel better about themselves, look better, things like that. So they ask and we talk, and it's just very easy to integrate this, not only because the product works, but because it's a hot topic right now. And I mean, my wife's had tremendous results with the burn. She's down about 12 pounds in about 2.5 weeks, which is nuts. And, it just took off. And from there, we had technicians and stylists that wanted to know about it. So we brought them on our team as well. And then just through our natural network, it's grown. And like you said, you were talking to somebody from Hawaii that's on my team, and I never would have met her if it wasn't for Zilis. It's just been phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think we could all agree that you keep building in Hawaii, and we'll go help you build. We're not gonna have any problems going and having some Zilis parties in the Hawaii team. Well, I want to go back to something Kim said, and what you just said. The both of you said the same thing. Is people came into me too when I was full time in my spa. I mean, nonstop people would come in, and I never actually got involved. And the reason being is that they never had the profit margin that attracted me. I already had a product. It worked really well. Unless you could show me that your product was going to blow mine out of the water, if it didn't have at least equal or better profit margin, what incentive did I have to even look at it? To be honest. And it's not that they may not have had a great product, but as a salon or spa or any kind of an owner of any kind that you're paying brick and mortar, lights, you're paying all of your expenses, you have bills to pay, and that's part of your revenue. So, why is this so attractive to salons and spas or nail techs or any of them? It's because when you can talk to them about the 200% profit margin, I guarantee that's going to catch a little bit of their attention when they actually try the product. Like you hear most of these people saying, wait a minute, get this in your body or apply this somewhere. That to me, everyone should be trying the product. And I want to say this, and then let's open it up. I feel very strongly right now that a lot of you that are spa or salon owners, it's just a phone call, checking in on your clientele, telling them that you miss them right now, that you wish that you could see them. Is there anything that you can do for them? And don't forget to bring up your products and how they're helping other people and how you're able to generate revenue. it's a conversation. People already come to you for advice. They come to you because they want you to help them feel better and look better. And something that our product does that we don't give near the credit for is a lot of people are getting results on their skin. I've even had people say my hair is shinier or healthier, or I've got one girl saying my hair, I've got new growth. I've got guys who I've seen a difference in their hair. That's how my dad ended up buying the product from me. All this time he kept telling me, no, I'm fine, I'm healthy. I'm like, Dad, it's more than that. You listen to me. But sometimes your family is the last to listen to you. And finally I show him these pictures and he's like, my gosh, this guy's hair started coming back dark. Now we can't make that claim, but I can tell you two different guys and a third was growing hair, and he had been, I mean, all this little duck hair was coming on his head. And I've known him for a long time. And he's like, nothing's changed in my diet. Nothing's changed for me. All I've been doing is taking this product. But these guys, their white hair started turning dark again. And I showed that to my dad, and he literally bought 8 bottles from me because he lives in a different state and he wanted to go and start using it. But is it not true that we are in the industry to help people feel better, but also to look better and give them more confidence? And right now people are struggling at home if they're not getting to see their spas or their salon. They don't feel that. I know for a fact people are starting to, you know, wish that they had someone that would baby them a little bit. Okay, I think we did a great job. I love thank you for the guest that jumped on. Thank you for spending some time with us. This has been a very productive call. We appreciate everything you bring to the table and to the team. We're glad that you got on tonight. Please get back to the person that invited you, and let's see if we can help you and welcome you to our team. All right, everyone, have a great night. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.